Ladies, it's time to wake up, baby. You've been up all night. Yeah, it's that wake up workout call from the one and only. Yeah, Snoop Dogg, baby. Everybody, girl, go work your body. Wake up, everybody. Wake up. Girl, go work your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? We doing sets of 8s, ladies. 8s.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? For the first time ever, guys, we got our Freestyle Friday podcast. Me and my partner, TKB Bush, we've always thought that a morning podcast post-workout, we just got done the Freestyle Friday workout. We always thought this would be a great idea for, customers and friends, family to join in, ask us some questions about fitness or about what's going on in the world. Ask us whatever. This morning, guys, we're here to just kind of bullshit, have some fun. I'm going to enjoy my coffee. If anybody wants to grab their coffee, join us on stage. All members at BamBam Fitness Club can join us on stage, and everybody can join us and take a look at what we're going to go through. We're going to check out my new website, guys. We're going to go through some of the stuff TKB Bush has going on. And mainly, guys, have a little post-workout banter here. Thanks for being on here with us, guys. Let's have some fun this morning. Live from BamBam's Fitness on this Freestyle Friday. I'm just one big Snoop Dogg and Dr. BamBam. This is the only way. Canada to California, back down to your hood. Let's go. BamBam.
Start a fight or two. I ain't George Foreman or I live. Loud country music bumping, come and have you some fun. Deer hunting, beer guzzling, boot wearing Southern man. Now give it back. I don't buy exotic cars, I like American made. Oh, I'm a real man, son, let's walk away. You know, if you ain't heard it. I'm a truck driving, Harley riding, son of a gun. Loud country music bumping, come and have you some fun. Deer hunting, beer guzzling, boot wearing Southern man. Get it back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? We're doing sets of 8s, ladies. Stretch, work, bend. And when you're finished, you can run and tell a friend. Tell a friend. Pull-ups, push-ups. Now, I guess you would say, I'm your trainer.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, Tyrone. How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. That fires me up every time I'm watching you.
Oh, dude, you have no idea, man. I immediately, my heart just goes like, oh, I want to fight so bad, man.
I love it. We're starting to get too old, though. We're falling apart. Maybe me. Anyways, you might be able to still take a lick.
Wow, I know, man. I know. Wow. And, I got some big things coming up. Finally, I've had to take a little hiatus from the boxing club in the sense of just my commitment to the new spot, the pin. But we got some big stuff coming up. My old fighter, Brent Anderson, finally has decided he wants to get back in the pro ring. We had one pro fight with him. We turned him pro. He represented Alberta at the Nationals a couple times. Very, very good fighter. One of the best starts to the amateur career I've ever seen. He was a youngster who started with me when he was about 13, I think, 12 or 13. Rattled off 9 wins in a row. So he was 9-0. We took him to the provincials, and at 10 fights, that's when you go into the open division. So once you have 10 fights in your career, you can fight somebody with 100, right? It don't matter.
Gotcha.
And in order to move forward past provincials, you have to be an open fighter. So we took him to the provincials the first time, and we moved him open, which usually doesn't work out, right? You move a kid open, you move him a little too quick, and he ends up fighting the more experienced guy, and that guy gets him. And so a lot of times when you move him open, you're looked at as low-hanging fruit for the other open fighters. You know, I hope I get this draw, and then I'm fighting the guy with little experience.
Gotcha.
And in order to move him open, you got to do it at the weigh-in, the coaches meeting. So in front of all the other coaches, you got to go, yep, I'm going to move my fighter open, right? And I remember I did that, and Anderson fought a spectacular fight to get his 10th win in a row and become provincial champion.
Nice. That's awesome. That's a cool story. I mean, and obviously for you as a coach, like you want to set your guys up with the best opportunities, right? So probably, you know, you've been through it where you've got turned open, you've gone pro, probably maybe a little nerve-wracking for you because in essence, maybe one of the first times someone else's career's in your hands in that moment, probably.
Yes. Yeah, man. It was, it definitely was. He was my first provincial champion. It was quite the moment. This kid's special. But anyways, he had one pro fight. We turned him pro, and then he focused on his career, got married, got settled down. But he's been itching to make a comeback, so I've been digging into trying to find him a fight. And it sounds like we might have him one April 4th in Mexico, and he'll be coming back. So once we get Brent rolling again, then the sky's the limit on where it could go.
Nice. Well, April's breakup season for me in the old oil patch, so maybe Mexico bound for everybody.
Dude, you should come, man. They would be what an adventure it would be.
Maybe we'll go there instead of me coming your way, like we were chatting.
Dude, that would be a perfect opportunity for us to get together, dial things in. I mean, what you've done to the website, Tyrone. Unbelievable. Tyrone's going to go through the new website where we're streaming the fitness classes. We're going to drop the BamBam Boxing Academy, which I'm super excited about. That BamBam Boxing Academy was something that I put my heart and soul into, and I really do believe that you could follow right from the comfort of your home and become a better fighter and in optimum physical condition.
Well, I've been working through the course, as you know, kind of at home and stuff with Connor, our buddy who came and filmed that with us, trying to get it all prepared, work through it. I think I texted you a couple of weeks ago. I said, if I go through this course 1 or 2 more times, so I'm going to be ready to fight you.
Yeah, dude, like I'm so excited you're doing it too, Tyrone, because that one really, when we filmed that one, it was a really, really awesome experience. Tyrone came and stayed at the house, and Connor came and he filmed us. And it was intensive, and we went through and we filmed that course in a matter of days because we only had so much time. And it was an experience that like I really value because I had to push my body so hard to the limit. And so much of what I teach now and so much of what I've been able to learn through the game is it's not even about how hard you can go. It's not about how much output you could have. The true art to the game is surviving through the fatigue and learning how to, like, even though you're in pain, even though you're in discomfort, relaxing and breathing through that pain and letting your body go past those plateaus on its own naturally. And I got to really experience that because I was so tired by the end of it, man.
Well,
wow.
I mean, to this day, I don't think I've seen someone dummy out like and for anybody who does the course, Joel did like 3 or 4 of these classes in one day. I have no clue how, but I'll tell you what, being there with you to film it gives me motivation, because there's the odd class, especially the bag work, where I'm like, holy shit, I'm beat. And I'm like, oh, never mind. Joel did 4 of these. I can do one.
Dude, that bag work one, that was the funnest one too. There is nothing when it comes to pure physical conditioning and physical definition, there is nothing that will improve your physique as fast as intensive bag work. There's nothing.
No, I love it. And I know we'll get into it in a little bit here, some of the courses, but like one of the things too that I really like about it is you give some good explanation throughout that boxing course too of, say during the mitt one, if you're with a partner, or if you just have a bag, or if you're just shadow boxing it. And I know one thing I found while kind of working through the course editing it is my hands have gotten soft. I ain't really punched nobody in 10, 15 years. So I'm hammering the bag, and partway through, my left hand was just killing me. Like you could, when you kind of pop the little blood vessels in your hand and it's all red. And I'm I haven't touched anything in a while. And I'm going through it and I'm like, man, my hand's getting sore. And I'm like, okay, well, at the very least, Joel's given me instructions on how to shadow box this. And I just worked through the class. And then about a week later, I'm back hitting the bag, and then the old knuckles are toughening up again. But she's been a solid decade since I punched anyone in the head, which is probably a good thing. But the old knuckles are a little sore from the hammering the bag away.
Well, who knows what'll happen in Mexico, Tyrone? You never know, right?
Yeah, you never know. Who knows? Like I say, maybe one day we'll be back doing our own Ellis Mania style stuff. Obviously, where I met you refereeing some of the comedy boxing. Maybe we'll get my dumb ass in the ring for a comedy fight. Oh
man, those are. What's funny is just at this morning's workout, the guys that were doing it with me, some Ellis Mania stories came up. Some crazy stories about LA when, the first 3 Ellis Manias. I don't know if you ever made it to any of those, Tyrone, but we hosted the first
4 or 5 that I started coming.
Number 5, yeah. So the first 3 were at Fortune Gym. And then once number 3 hit, Justin was like, no, this is too big, man. We gotta move this on. And then Ellis got it in Hard Rock. The first one of the Hard Rock was when he fought Andy Bell. But the first 3 at Fortune Gym, man, when we first started that thing, it was like unlike any experience I've ever had in my life. So I'll never forget Ellis Mania 1 when this idea first came to life. There was like 20 of us, 30 of us, right? And it was like pizza fighting whatever and, costume fights. Yeah. But the one that I'll never forget was Ellis Mania 2. So the electric dog collar fight?
Oh man, it's so funny to this day.
That one's the historic one. But when we started, so the first time we did that one, Tyrone, we didn't use dog collars. We used these mats that were electric. So we made people fight barefoot, and then if they stepped on a mat, they'd get buzzed, right? So there's these mats laying around the ring, and I don't forget who was fighting, but there's 2 guys in the ring fighting. I think it was Scott Green was fighting somebody. But anyways, Mayhem's there, and Mayhem decides he's going to add some action to this fight, and he's going to start picking up these electric mats, electrocuting himself while he does it, and then throwing it on the fighters, like on their backs and stuff as they're fighting, eh? And there's probably a half dozen of these mats. They were like probably 2 feet long by a foot wide, whatever, right? And Mayhem starts grabbing these things, buzzing himself, throwing them in the ring. Then both fighters are getting buzzed, right? Next thing you know, there's electric mats flying everywhere all over the ring. People are getting hit. Fans are getting it was nuts, man.
The good old days, eh? No,
it was so much fun.
All those, obviously, I never got to experience those ones, but any of those Ellis Manias were really fun. And obviously,
number 5, who was the main event at that one? Gabe Rudiger?
I honestly don't know if I could. There's so many of them. I don't know if I could pinpoint exactly which one was which one. Like the one when like Uriah Faber and all them came was maybe around 11.
Yeah, that was number 10. That was the big one.
Was it? That one was really cool. I bet it was that so many of them, they kind of meshed together a little bit to a point. I forget which one.
Ellis fought each one of those fighters for 1 minute.
Yeah.
And then Ellis Mania 11 was the first time that I fought because he did the same kind of thing. At Ellis Mania 11, he picked I don't know, something like 10 or 11 different fighters, and he was going to fight a full 3-minute round against each one. I think it was like maybe 5 or 6 guys. But I'll never forget at Ellis Mania 11, the first time I fought, he does the radio show from the pool the day before.
Yeah.
And Ellis is doing the radio show, and he's picking guys out of the crowd to fight the next day, right? So he didn't know who he was fighting. He was picking 10 fans, whoever was game. And Ellis is picking these guys, and he's just picking like the biggest, most monstrous guys in the crowd, like these massive dudes, right? And Ellis gets about like 4 or 5 picks in, and I'm like, Ellis, man, like these, like pick a few softies here. Don't just keep going after these guys. And nope, he was picking all the biggest dudes, right? And I think it was the second guy he fought. He goes out there and he was doing a Baja race with I can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
BJ Baldwin?
BJ Baldwin. Good buddy of mine. I love BJ. But anyways, he's doing a race with BJ Baldwin pre-fight. So he goes and he does this race and he's gassed. So he gets done with the second or third guy and he's cooked. And I go over to him and I say, Ellis, like, we need to do something here. We need to figure this out on the go because you can't keep going like this, right? And I said, give me them gloves. I'll stand in for you for one. So I put the gloves on and I stood in for him for one. And then Eddie Jackson came in for a few. And that was when the teamwork of me and Eddie Jackson really started, was that night. And then Eddie took on a few and Keith Jardine got in there and fought one. And we all kind of made it a team effort thing. But I'll never forget, there's Jasper, and I think Kit was standing in the corner, and Dave Boyce and Ellis they were all outside of the ring, and I had fought the last guy, and we were on to I had fought the 9th guy. We were on to the very last, the 10th guy, and they saved the biggest guy for last. And I'll never forget, I'm in the ring, and I'm looking at them outside the ring in the corner, and I say, well, who's taking this guy? And I'm like, shit, I guess I got the big boy. All right. So I get ready to go, right? And I'll never forget, I'll go out there with this guy. And I'm like, in order for me to get anywhere here, I need to draw a shot out of him and I need to slip it in, right? And so I draw a right hand out of him and I slip and I catch him with the left body shot and I just rip it. I got a great picture of this shot. BJ Baldwin's in the background of this punch. So I hit him, boom. And I'll never forget, he goes, ugh, but he stays up and I say, you good? And he goes, yeah, I'm good. So I reload it and wham, I smoke him again, right?
Oh, man, I remember seeing that and kind of, because you had always been the referee, right? And we weren't like super, super good buddies at that time. I think me and your old man had probably been deep down a few whiskeys at that point in our life. But I remember all of a sudden you just like shirt off, the referee shirt's off, you're boxing. And I was like, holy, who is this guy? Because you like, obviously, you've got a life work of boxing. It's an art to watch you do your thing. You're slipping and dodging. And I'm like, oh, this is like, I'm like watching a little Anderson Silva going here. What's happening? I just remember kind of being mesmerized by it all too. So kind of a cool story to hear.
One of the best ones. So I had some buddies from Tabor at the show with me. And I'd been involved with Ellis Mania for so long at that point that there was a lot of new fans, and I'd been retired for quite a few years. So there was a lot of new fans that I didn't know had a boxing background. They thought I was just the ref, right?
Yeah.
So there was a few people in the crowd who's like, this referee's going to get killed. Like, he can't be in there fighting these ginormous guys. And my buddies in the crowd started taking bets. They're like, I'll bet you 100, I'll bet you 20, referee wins this, no problem, right? And I guess they just cleaned up. Everybody was betting against me.
That's awesome. That's cool to hear some of those like backstories from that, right?
There's so many of them, man. We had so much fun.
Nice. No, that's good. And two, I want to remind anybody, if you're watching, there's a link to join us. Obviously, Joel, this week it's just me and Joel, but in the future, we'd love for like Joel's members, fitness members to come join us, get involved in the Friday morning BS with us, come have a coffee, come hear some stories, ask Joel workout questions.
Tyrone, in the intro, I read that, workout advice. And one great thing about us doing this workout right now, post-workout on a Friday morning, if you guys are morning workout people, awesome. That's the way to do it. And if you're not a morning workout person, if you could do your best to change that dynamic and train yourself to wake up early in the morning and work out, man, the benefits that you get from a morning workout are tenfold compared to the benefits that you'll get in an afternoon or a nighttime workout. Not only with energy levels throughout the day, better focus throughout the day, but actual physical results. The quickest and fastest way to see those results is to wake up and train while you're fasted after that morning fast, after that nighttime fast as you're sleeping. And once you get that done, the rest of it is easy. The results come on their own. You've already sparked your metabolism up. Now all you got to do is just stay hydrated and live your life.
Yep. And I guess that would be, I guess, a good place for me to kind of ask you a question or two as well. But like for me, I was always kind of an evening guy, and I've really kind of tried to take on this morning thing a little more. And I love it because I find I get more done throughout the day. When I start with the workout, you would think it would burn you out, but it's the opposite. I have way more energy throughout the day because of that amp up and I just feel like more confident and more excited throughout the day when you power that through. But for me, I've really noticed that my diet is a big factor in the results I get from the workout. I know with the monthly members club, we have some meal plans there that people can follow and such. But for me, what I do, I get up in the morning and I find if I have a fully empty stomach, I don't know how you're like, but it can sometimes really ache on me partway through the workout. And so what I do is I have hard-boiled eggs. I leave them in the fridge. I get up in the morning. I have one hard-boiled egg and nothing but water. I don't start drinking coffee till after my workout, but I have an egg. I wait half hour and then I work out. Is that okay? Or what are your thoughts on that?
And that's all. It's all a feel thing, right? Like there was lots of times when I was training with Manny. So Pacquiao, we used to run every morning at 6 a.m. Monday through Friday, every morning 6 a.m. And by the time you hit Friday, you've gone through 2 sparring sessions, you've gone through 4 days of training, right? You don't want to be there. And lots of times I would get there Friday mornings and I would be so fatigued and just so flat that I would need something, right? So what I would do is I would just get an apple. One little trick that I have for results, I always try to, just like when we're training and I focus on the breathing more than anything, just the simplicity of staying in that moment and staying with the burn and the discomfort and just breathing through it. That's become my main focus while I'm training because of the simplicity of it. And my main focus in dieting, if you want to see results and you want to see them quickly and you want to override your metabolism back to where it should be, nothing but water-based foods until noon. And then once you do that, especially if you start with the morning workout, you could literally live from 12 o'clock on till you go to bed at night the exact same way you would. You could eat whatever you want. You could eat your fast food. You could eat whatever you want. Just that simple trick of nothing but water-based foods till noon. That right there, man, it's the best life hack that I've learned. And the other thing too is if you're lacking energy, caffeine's not a bad thing. You could have your coffee. What I do is I just make sure there's no sugar. So have at the cream, right? The cream is, there's a little bit of fat in it, but your body needs that, especially after you've done a workout.
That's why I wait till after, because I don't even know if I like coffee. I just love the creamer.
Yeah. Well, and then the other, another great simple hack for everybody out there, after a workout, post-workout, you have a 1 hour magic period where your metabolism and your body's going to run at a far faster pace than otherwise. So I always say to people, if you're going to have a cheat meal and you're going to treat yourself to something, make sure you do it 1 hour post-workout, within that hour, right? Okay. If that's going to be your treat yourself meal, you do it 1 hour within your workout, you don't even got to worry about it.
No, I love it. And I guess the question when you say like a water-based food, so would you say, as opposed to an egg, like what, like an apple, or like what, a banana,
any fruit or vegetable, and nobody likes eating vegetables prior to noon, so like primarily just fruit.
Banana, that work? I love a morning banana. Is that a good one?
Oh, dude, yeah. And lots of diet plans, they like don't like bananas or fruit or what have you because of the sugar content. Any diet program that limits the amount of fruit that you can have, I immediately throw away, because a couple of reasons. It's water-based. Whether you believe it or not, or whether the science proves it or not, the truth of the matter is we're 75% water, and your hydration levels throughout the day are much more important than the calories you're taking in. Because those are water-based foods, and because you've just done a workout, you're going to get used to drinking more and more water, and almost overhydrating yourself in those first few hours of the day will keep your metabolism so optimized that you'll reverse it. You'll bring that metabolism back to where it should be. And then next thing you know, once that metabolism is there, you could eat whatever you want. Like me, everybody always asks me, like, what's your diet plan? I don't have a diet plan. I shove it in my...
I watched you the one day crush like 2 flamethrower burgers and walk around with a 6-pack, and I'm like, dude, what do I got to do?
Yeah, dude, like I literally... I'll eat anything, whatever I can get my hands on. I consume. I never watch my calories, but because of that simple little trick, now, even if I don't have just water-based foods, I keep my hydration level so optimized because my body's been used to it that my metabolism stays right where it's at, longer than it should.
Nice. No, I like that. And thanks for that info. I'll try next week. I'll maybe crush a fruit before the workout. And what I've been doing, because you say that hour metabolism, so I've been, about 30 minutes after workout, I'll take my protein shake. So maybe now I'll mix in the egg and the protein shake after the workout instead. And
the quicker you can get that protein shake in your post-workout, Tyrone, the better.
Okay.
So if you that protein, if you want to get it in immediately or as fast as you can when you feel good, the quicker you get it in post-workout, the more effective it'll be.
Nice. Awesome. Well, no, I love all the info. And I know this morning we were just going to do about a quick 30-minute show. You got to take off, go do dad duty, get the kids to school. We were going to go over the website. I think let's leave it to next week, and let's really just dive all the way into the website, spend a good 20, 30 minutes on it. We'll go through it with the customers then. I think it would be cool because I want to really go through it and show everybody and explain, what your crossbody program entails and metabands and all that. And so I think maybe we'll save that for next week because we've had some fun bubbles this morning.
Oh, dude, I've really enjoyed this. This has been great. But I tell you what, Tyrone, I got to tell you something. I train fighters, and there's always those intangible things that you look to in a fighter to know if this kid's going to have it or not, right? Not giving up, showing up even though he's bleeding. Lots of times a kid will take a shot, he'll get a bloody nose. One of two things are going to happen at that point. You're going to show people who you really are, and you're going to show people if this is for you or not, right? But the way that you have dialed in your game, Tyrone, and you've dialed in that business and dialed in that website, man, like you're a fighter through and through, man. And I respect it. What Tyrone has done to the website over the last few months has been amazing. And as everybody knows out there, I'm useless when it comes to that stuff. I try my best, but I'm not that guy. And Tyrone is he's pulled the sled hard on that side of this business. So well done, my friend.
And I appreciate that. And obviously, as you know, like we're both, you're a retired boxer. I'm a oil field guy, and we're both maybe stepping into the next part of our career. So I appreciate you taking a chance on me because, it's probably been a year I've been doing this and it's not already because I've just been winging it as we do it. And obviously,
you need more commitment out of me too. Like I show up and I do my best. But I tell you what though, when we dropped that BamBam Boxing Academy, keep your eyes open, guys, for when we drop this thing, because it is going to be spectacular. But the courses that we have on there currently, the metabands and the crossbody, I always those courses came from my motivation when COVID hit. So I ran a gym in Tabor from 2012 to 2020, and in the third lockdown during COVID, I couldn't do it anymore. There was too much expense, and I couldn't have my doors open, and I had to shut her down, and it was like brutal for me, because there's nothing I enjoy more than helping people just be confident and comfortable in the gym, and offering a space that has no judgment and that people can be comfortable in. And I miss that a lot. And when I had the gym open, I always dreamed of this program, because I did a lot of exercises with a single 25-pound plate. I found that if I leveraged that plate in front of my body, my core was always working. So again, a nice simple little hack that I was using was, rather than having a set of dumbbells where your core can rest when those dumbbells hit the bottom, I'd use a single weight and I'd keep my core engaged throughout. And I always dreamed, and I always thought, like, how strong would you be if you did hour-long workouts with just that 25-pound plate and you just held it? And then COVID hit, and I had to really think about what I was going to do. And I went online with my fitness program with that premise. I thought, you know what? Let's see what I can do here. Let's see if this is the time to drop this program. Because I knew from the results that I was seeing that if you could get to the point where you could do a full hour workout with that plate, the results would be spectacular. And then through divine intervention, I found myself mini bands, and I'd never picked one up before in my life. It had always been a piece of equipment I'd overlooked. And I started using these bands, and my sense of balance, my sense of body control, my strength in general, my physique, everything started improving at a pace that I'd never even seen before in my life. And the combination of those two made it so, like, my gym never shut down. I was able to help people with their results. I was able to help myself through these workouts, and Pro Performance just continued on from there. And yeah, in my opinion, guys, it's the best program I've ever made.
Well, and I know myself, I know we've had on the past, I think episode 3, our friend Lizzie was on the show. I mean, that those workouts carried us through COVID, I think, right? Because for a lot of us, gyms were closed and et cetera. And so that course was kind of like a lifesaver for us. And that's honestly what motivated me to be like, hey, Joel, like, let's do this seriously, because I'm like loving this. I don't even want to go back to the gym. I love just doing my workouts at home in the morning, especially for me. I'm on the acreage. I'm a little bit out of town. So like, I don't even have to make that commitment to drive in, waste 30, 40 minutes of my life. I can just get up, work out. And I do have a gym set up in my house, but I don't even need it. I literally just need the 5-pound weight, the 25-pound weight, and the metabands. I don't even know if I even touch my weight machine that much anymore, because I get more than enough workout doing your thing. And I know for myself, and probably a lot of people will find the same, it's really easy, especially at a home workout, to kind of cop out, maybe get a couple of less reps, or you're a little tired, so you take a little break. That's why I just love doing these courses, because I got to follow you. And there's just something about when you're doing a course that someone else is doing, that even though you're like a superior athlete by far to me, there's still that human aspect where I'm like, if this MFer could do it, like, I can do it. And you just push through.
Good
right?
on you.
I love it.
There's your fighter's heart right there, Tyrone. That's what it's all about, man. We've been talking about simplicity, and I try to focus on the most simple little triggers throughout my day to make me like just remember. And that right there, Tyrone, I mean, you could take, well, as you do with your oil field company, as you do with your own podcast. I mean, you take that heart into anything you do throughout your day, and you're gonna win. You're gonna get it done. I mean, that's what it's all about right there.
Yeah, no, I might be good at my oil field career. The rest I'm just fumbling, but we figure it out in the end, buddy. We figure it out in the end.
Bush League, baby. We're Bush League.
Exactly, Bush League Media. Where is it? Right up in the. I don't even know where I'm pointing. Right up there, baby. But obviously, thank you for doing the show with me. I look forward to what we can do this year. I know, obviously, like you mentioned, my show. I'm live every Sunday. We do a sports show, always ripping packs, giving stuff away, and I really think that doing this show with you, getting your customers involved, is going to be so fun. It's going to really help us show the world what you provide. I mean, in the BamBam's fitness thing, I'm just the jackass in the background running the website and helping Joel get live on the stream while he has his technical difficulties. But at the end of the day,
Tyrone's always dealing with my frustrations as I want to punch my computer. Why won't this thing connect?
At least we're both able to get angry together and enjoy it at technology. So at least there's that common ground between us. I was having troubles this morning trying to get it fired up too.
Cool, man. Well, hey, man, I better run, guys. I got to get my kids to school. But I like Tyrone. I'm super looking forward to this. This was a great little chat, and especially post workout. If you guys can get up at 6 a.m., even if you're doing your own workout at home, hitting the treadmill or doing whatever, just getting a little active, and then finishing off the workout with a little sit down chat on Friday mornings. I mean, this could be the start of a great thing.
Well, it's fun, and obviously, Freestyle Friday, your workouts. One of the things we have involved in that whole program too is the music from Snoop Dogg and Dr. Bombay. So it's really
the most important aspect of those workouts.
For sure. And before we roll here, maybe I'll just play a quick clip. I got to sit down with Snoop last year. He filmed a little promo for us for our fitness company, and people might have seen it at the intro. Might have seen it in some of our clips on socials, but I'm just going to run that for a few seconds, and next week we'll be back.
Big shout out to Snoop Dogg and Dr. Bombay.
Freestyle Friday. You understand me with your boy Big Snoop Dogg and Dr. Bombay. This is the only way from Canada to California, back down to your hood. Let's go. Bam, bam. Bam, bam.
Love it. Don't mind the joint. That's why I'm in the background. Joel is the professional athlete here. Don't mind me. It's hard to pass up the joint when you're hanging with Snoop Dogg. That was
big shout out to Snoop Dogg and Dr. Bombay and Death Row Records, man. That's it's awesome. We get to use their music in the workouts. Super stoked on it, and there's nothing better. That's one thing. Again, simple little trick here, guys. So when I was fighting, it was all hip hop music all the time. And it was all aggressive. It was all this music that would, it would take you to a place in your mind. Yeah. Where you were ready to fight, right? The music a lot of times became my gospel. That's how I built myself. And to have somebody like Snoop Dogg, give us the shout outs like that, Dr. Bombay, and then the epic label of Death Row Records. I mean, it's a dream come true for me because hip hop music was it was the fuel to the fire when I trained, man. Like every sparring session at the Wildcard Boxing Gym in Los Angeles, I'll never forget there was always hip hop music playing in the background. And it created an atmosphere of do or die. It created an atmosphere that bred fighters, and to have that music, man, that's a dream come true for me.
No, it's really cool, and I'm again so honored that we get to use that. Really stoked that I was able to have those few minutes with Snoop in Saskatoon, sit down with him, kind of explain to him what we're doing, and just cool because I've owned those songs for quite a while since he released them in NFTs. And he's been following me on Twitter for a little while. So it was really cool to actually get to sit down and put a face to the name and just interact with him. And in essence, kind of ask him for his blessing to, is it okay if we're using your music, using your stuff, even though I own the rights? And I think that him doing that little promo for our fitness company is kind of you guys are good. So I just want to thank Snoop, thank Dr. Bombay for their time. And I know for us, we want to make them proud, they're on this huge level. And for me, I've always been a person of, I don't like to take from people. It's what can I do for them and hopefully it reciprocates back. And so I know for us, we just want to show the world your workouts and the Dr. Bombay music. Let's get everybody moving and grooving and becoming their best selves, man. That's what it's all about.
Amen. Amen, my friend.
Awesome. Well, no, I've enjoyed this chat with you this morning, Joel. And I guess, is there anything, I know you're sitting in the pin right now, you're going to go pick the kids up. Anything going on at the pin this week? Anybody local should know about?
Yeah. You know, we got a great show. So we got live music every Friday, Saturday. Every Friday we got an acoustic artist. Every Saturday we have a full band or karaoke, which is my favorite thing in the world to do, host karaoke.
I've seen a little picture of you with the piano. I was giggling.
Oh, dude, I have so much, like, I don't have any more fun in this building than karaoke nights. Hosting karaoke is my happy place now. It makes me almost feel like the same kind of way I did when I was fighting, where like, okay, I get to express myself here in a manner that people are gonna see, and I love it. But yeah, this weekend we got a private party tonight, so we don't have an acoustic artist on tonight. But tomorrow night we got Chiller Pillar, which is Brandon Gregus and Sean Fletcher. They're going to be playing, and they're also doing an open mic night, so all local artists can come on in. We got one of our good friends, Gibby Curve. It's his birthday tomorrow night, and every Saturday we do all-night bowling special from 8 p.m. on. So you come on in, $10 for as many rounds of as many games as you want to bowl. And you know, with the birthday party being on the Sims, the live music going in the showroom, and the lanes going with the all-night bowling, it's going to be a pretty sick atmosphere tomorrow night.
I love it. Well, yeah, anybody local, the Tabor, Lethbridge area, head on down to the pin, have yourself some fun this weekend. And anybody else anywhere in the whole world, please make sure you check out BamBamsFitness.com. Come hang out with us on Friday and have a great weekend.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, shake and bake to all the friends, family, fans out there, and shake and bake to Mr. TK Bush for making this happen.
Hey, thanks, brother. Thank you for joining us. I think we're going to be doing another show about 2 or 3 weeks out, last Friday, February. So if anybody wants to come join us then, we'd be stoked to have you. And we're going to go through the full breakdown of the website. We also have, for the monthly members, we have 5-minute supersets. Obviously, we have the 1-hour courses through the metabands and the crossbody. There's some 5-minute supersets that Joel's been adding to just add some creativity to your programs. One of those went live on Wednesday, so that's available in the same place you can get the link to join the show. And every 10 days, there's going to be a new one going live for you guys. So stay tuned to that, and we'll catch you in a few weeks.
Shake and bake, fam. Have a great day, Tyrone. We'll see you next time, brother.
Thank you, Joel. Have a great weekend. Enjoy getting the kids to school, and we'll catch you on the other side, my man.
Thanks, buddy. See you, man. See you guys.
Take care.
Coming at you live from BamBam Fitness.
All right, guys. Joel Mills here with the BamBam Boxing Academy. We got 14 workouts in our BamBam Boxing Academy. Now, these 14 workouts are specifically made to take you from simple mechanics all the way to a full fighter by the end of the 14 workouts. Workout 7, workout 14, we have some crazy conditioning rounds, some championship rounds. Those could be sprinkled in throughout these workouts, but the more you work through this program, workout 1 through 14, the more you're going to become refined as a fighter, as a fitness enthusiast, as someone just looking to get in the best mental and physical shape they can, guys. I'm also online 2 days a week with our metabands program and 3 days a week with our crossbody fitness program. So we're here to fulfill all of your physical and mental needs when it comes to exercise, guys. And reach out to me directly, touch base on anything from recovery to the workouts, to what weights you're using, to nutrition, to supplementation. Anything you want, guys, I'm here for you. I want to see you guys take this course and become the best version of you can, and I know you will. In this class and in this course, guys, I go through all the things that got me from amateur boxer to national champion to eventually going into the professional ranks and getting to hang out and do training camps with guys like Manny Pacquiao, Freddie Roach, Justin Fortune, and all of these guys at the top of the boxing world that I was able to learn so much from. I'm so grateful. But more than anything, guys, I'm grateful for you being on here, and I'm grateful for you taking the steps to create the best version of yourself with BamBamsFitness.com.